Hey everyone,
so
and welcome back for another
engagement on
deep
your
dive.
Facebook page in
Today,
2025.
we're going to be tackling
Still a big
something
deal,
that I
even
know a
if it
lot of
feels
you
a
guys
little
are
old
wrestling
school
with.
sometimes,
That's the
right?
Feels like
ever-evolving
ancient
Instagram
history almost,
algorithm.
but it's not going anywhere.
Specifically,
And
how
neither
it's
are
shaping
those
up in
audiences.
2025.
You just got to know how to work it, how
Our
to get
source
that
material
engagement
is a
humming.
podcast called
let's get into
SocialWick.
it.
It's
I was doing
chock
some
full
digging
of tips and tricks
online
for Instagram
and,
success.
Came across
you guys
this
shared
site,
that you're looking to really
SocialWick.
boost your
No,
engagement.
This isn't
That's
sponsored
exactly
or
what we're
anything.
going to unpack today.
Just thought it was really
Yeah,
interesting
the
what they had to
algorithm is
say
the key.
about
And it's only getting
making
more and
Facebook
more
work for you in
complex.
2025.
What's so fascinating
Yeah,
now
they had some good
is the
points.
level of
Especially
personalized
about
AI
the
that's at
why
play.
behind engagement.
This isn't just about following
It's
hashtags
not just
anymore.
about getting
Instagram's
those
actually
likes,
tailoring
is
your
it?
feed
It's way
based
more
on
than
your
just likes.
specific behavior.
It's
Okay,
about
so
how
let's unpack
engagement.
this.
So it's like reading my
Plays with
that
every Facebook algorithm.
scroll.
Yeah.
You know,
Almost like it's learning
more
my
people
taste.
like comment,
Precisely.
share.
Think about it. You
the
probably
more
already see
Facebook
this
sees it
happening.
as something
Those
valuable,
posts you linger on the accounts
and that's
you
when it
interact
starts
with
showing it to
most.
more people.
So it's
All
not
that
just
data
about how
feeds
many,
the
but how
algorithm,
fast you
and
get
it
those
shows you
likes.
more of what
Exactly.
it thinks
You want to snag
Whoa.
that attention early on.
That's
It's gotta
kind of
be
creepy.
quick.
Think of it
But
like
also
this.
makes sense. So like if I'm
The
constantly
algorithm's
watching
always
those
looking for that
satisfying
content
baking
that's making
videos,
noise.
my
Yeah.
explore page
The
is
more
gonna be filled
engagement
with
a post
buttercream
gets
and
those first couple of
fondant.
hours,
You got
the
it.
more likely it
This
is
is
to
where getting
spread.
strategic
So how do
comes
we
in.
make that happen?
If you're serious about
SocialWick
growing
had
your
some
audience,
interesting
you need to be
tips.
mindful
One
of the
that really
signals
stood
you're
out was
sending.
the importance
Think
of
about the kind of
authenticity.
content you want to be known for.
So ditch the
That's a really good
filters,
point.
show the messy
So
reality.
what are some of the biggest
Yeah, like,
things
think
this
about it.
algorithm is
Wouldn't
looking
you
for
be
in
more drawn
2025?
to a
Well, one
cooking
thing
show
that's
that
been a
shows the kitchen
consistent
mishaps
trend and shows no
along with
signs
that
of slowing
perfect
down.
final dish?
for
Video
sure.
reigns
Makes them more
supreme.
relatable, right?
Yeah.
It's like that
Instagram's
local
business
bakery, the
model
kneading dough.
hinges on
They're
keeping
always posting
users
these
on the
behind-the-scenes
platform.
videos
Video
of their
content just
bakers
does that better.
covered in flour,
but
making
it's not enough
mistakes,
to just
having
post any
fun.
video.
Shows there
What
are
kind of videos
real
are we
people
talking about?
behind the
Excellent
brand.
question.
Exactly.
If you're
And
aiming
speaking
for
of real
maximum
people,
reach, you've
SocialWick
got to look
also
at Reels.
talked about
They're
how
designed
important
to be
short
highly
videos are,
shareable,
like Reels.
and they dominate the
Yes.
Explore page.
Reels
which is
crucial
where
in
you can really
2025.
tap
Got to
into
grab
your
that attention
audiences.
fast.
So
Totally.
reels are key.
And Reels are made for that
But I'm
bite-sized,
guessing
eye-catching,
good old
and
video
easily
posts in the
shareable.
main feed still
Perfect
matter
for
too.
how people scroll these
Absolutely.
days.
And
Makes
here's where
sense
things
things get
be more
interesting.
effective than something
SocialWick
long and drawn
suggests
out.
thinking
But how
beyond
do you
just
make
short,
your
catchy
reels
clips.
stand out? I mean,
Repurposing
everyone's
your
doing
longer
them.
form
Right.
video content
You
from
gotta be
YouTube
smart
or
about
even
it.
webinars
One
is
way
a really
is to
savvy
use
strategy.
those trending
This is where it gets
sounds and
really
make them
interesting.
interactive.
Are you saying
Okay.
people are
Like,
watching
imagine
longer
you're
videos
showing
on
off your
Instagram now?
product using
They
a
are,
popular sound
especially
clip.
if the content
Then
is
add a
high
poll
quality and
asking what
provides real
features people
value.
like best.
I
Think
get it.
educational
Don't just tell 'em.
content
Ask
behind the
them.
scenes peaks,
Bingo.
or
You got
even
it.
mini
That makes a lot
documentaries
of
about your
sense.
brand.
Okay,
But even
so
with the
video
best
is a biggie.
content, wouldn't timing
And
still
we're
be
seeing
super
a shift
important?
towards
The timing is
longer
key.
content too.
You got to post
But
when
I'm
your
guessing
people are online.
stories are
Right.
still relevant. They
Facebook
seem to be
Insights is your
everyone's
best
go-to
friend for this.
quick
Right.
updates.
It tells you when
You're
your
right.
followers
Stories
are most
are
active.
essential. But
Right.
here
Then you
again,
can
it's about
schedule those
using them
posts for
strategically.
maximum
We're seeing a
impact.
Got
huge
it. So
rise
Facebook
in the
Insights
use
is
of
homework
Instagram
now.
guides
Definitely.
within stories.
Okay, now this
Wait,
next
hold up.
topic from
Instagram guides
SocialWick
and stories.
kind
That's a
of
new
blew my
one. You're talking
mind.
about those curated collections of
AI-powered
posts, right?
chatbots.
Exactly. People are
Are
using
we
them in
talking
stories to
sci-fi
showcase
here?
A little
product
bit,
lines,
yeah.
tutorials.
Imagine
Even
a
travel
chatbot that can actually have a
itineraries. Anything you
conversation
can
with
curate
someone on
into
your
a
page.
step-by-step format.
Not just a generic
It's a
bot,
fantastic
but one
way
that can
to
answer
repurpose
questions
your
about your
existing
products,
content
offer
and give it new life.
recommendations.
Wow, so
Even
we're really
learn from
talking
each
about
interaction.
working
I know, that sounds like something out of a
smarter, not
movie.
just harder.
I know, right?
This is
But
starting
it's
to
becoming
feel
more and more
less
common.
overwhelming and more
These AI
like a fun
chatbots
puzzle
can give
to
you
solve.
24/7
That's the spirit.
support.
But remember, all of this needs a
Improve
solid
the user
foundation.
experience,
And
and
that
maybe even boost
foundation
those
is still
conversions.
high-quality
Okay,
content.
I can see
Okay,
how that'd be
that makes
good,
sense.
but wouldn't
But
it
what does
feel
high
kind
quality
of
even
impersonal?
mean on
That's a good
Instagram
point.
these days?
The
It
key
feels
is
like
to
the
use them
bar is
strategically
constantly
for
being
simple
raised.
stuff like
It's
answering
true, the
FAQs and
competition
giving
is fierce.
basic info.
But
Yeah.
here's
But
the
for
thing.
anything complex,
Quality doesn't always
anything
mean
where you
perfectly
need that
polished,
human touch,
expensive
Yeah.
productions.
make sure there's a way for people to
Authenticity
connect with a real
resonates.
person.
So even a
Got it.
simple video
AI
shot on
is
my
a
phone
sidekick, not a
can be high
replacement.
quality. Exactly. If it's
Okay,
engaging
what about
and true
Facebook
to my
groups?
brand.
They seem almost
Exactly.
old school
Think
with
about
all this
those day in the
fancy
life
tech
vlogs
around.
that are
Don't
so
underestimate
popular.
those groups.
They often feel
They can be
raw and
amazing for
unfiltered, but
engagement.
that's part of their
Really?
appeal.
A
All right, so
well-run
we've got
group is
video
like a
reel
gold mine.
stories.
This
And
place
this
for your
really
most
smart
loyal
idea
fans
of
to
using
connect,
guides.
discuss your brand, share
What else should we be
experiences,
paying attention to
Imagine a
when it
group
comes
where
to the
people who
algorithm.
love your product can
One
share
thing
tips,
SocialWick emphasized was the
creations,
importance
troubleshoot
of
together.
relationships.
It's like a
both
digital
online
community
and
center for your
offline.
brand.
Tell me more about
Exactly.
this.
I
I'm
love
guessing
that.
you're not just talking
And
about sliding
SocialWick was
into
also
someone's
raving
DMs.
about user-generated
Not quite.
content. They
Though
called it
building
engagement
genuine
gold.
connections is
It
always
really
a good
is.
thing.
What I
Think
mean
about
is
it.
the
Seeing real
algorithm
people
prioritizes
loving your
content from
product
accounts you
is way
regularly
more
interact
convincing
with.
than any fancy
It's
ad.
mimicking
Right, that makes
real-life
sense.
social
It's authentic,
dynamics.
relatable, and
You're
it
more
works.
likely to see updates
So how do
from
we
friends
get
you
people
talk
to
often,
create
right?
and share
So
their
the more I
experiences?
comment and
There are a
engage
few
with
ways.
accounts I
You could run
admire,
a contest,
the more likely I
offer
am to see their
discounts
stuff.
for sharing
Precisely.
photos.
It's a
Even
two-way
just
street.
highlight
The
awesome
algorithm is
user-generated
watching
content
who
on
you
your page.
engage with to
The key is to
determine who
inspire
you
your
want to see
audience
more of.
and
So
give them
ask
the place
yourself,
to
are
express
you
themselves.
actively engaging
So
with
many
accounts
great
that
ideas.
inspire
I'm taking
you
notes.
or align
There's a
with
lot
your
to
niche?
process, but I'm feeling really
Ooh,
inspired
That's
already.
a good question for
Can
our
we
listeners
recap
to
before
think
we
about.
get
It's almost
deeper
like
into
spring
this?
cleaning your
Absolutely.
feed.
Yeah,
So we've
exactly.
covered
Make sure you're
authenticity,
nurturing those connections
leveraging
that matter
short-form
most to you,
videos like
both
Reels,
for your own
Right.
inspiration
making them
and to
interactive and
signal signal to the
smart about
algorithm
timing.
what kind
And
of
we touched
content
on
you're all about.
AI
This is
chatbots and
brilliant.
how
We've already
Facebook groups
covered
are
so
still
much, but I
relevant.
know there's more.
But I'm curious what
What
really
else
stood
did
out to you
SocialWick
from
reveal about the
SocialWick?
Instagram
For me, it
algorithm
wasn't
in
so much a
2025?
specific
Well, we talked
tactic,
about the
but
importance
more
of
a
video,
change
both
in
short
mindset.
form and
They were
long
all about
form,
the idea that
and
it's
how
not just about
strategic
likes
use
and
of
comments.
stories and
It's
guides
about
can really
building
boost
real
your
connections
visibility.
that turn followers
But one
into
thing
a
that really
community.
stood out to
No,
me
that's
was
interesting.
the emphasis
Tell
on
me more about
interactive
building those
content.
meaningful connections.
Interactive content.
Well, it's all about
That sounds
understanding
intriguing.
that people
Is
crave
this like those polls and
genuine
quizzes we see in
interaction.
stories?
Especially in a digital
That's a
world
great
like
example.
this.
Exactly.
But it goes
They
beyond
want to
that.
feel
We're
seen,
talking about
heard,
augmented reality
understood.
filters, gamified
So instead of thinking of
experiences,
engagement as
even
just
shoppable
numbers,
posts that allow
we need to
users
think of
to
it as
make
a way to build
purchases right
relationships.
within the app.
So it's about
So
creating
less,
experiences
look at
that go
me.
beyond
More,
just passively scrolling
let's connect.
and actually get
I
people
like
involved.
that.
Precisely. And
But
the data
how
backs
do
it
we
up.
actually do that on
Brands and
Facebook?
creators
How
who
do we
are
go
already
beyond
incorporating
likes and
interactive
comments
content
and
are
build a
seeing
real
some pretty
community?
impressive engagement
It starts
rates.
with
I can
listening.
see why. It's like taking those
Pay
static
attention to the
posts and turning them to
conversations on
mini
your page
adventures,
and in your
right?
feed.
Okay.
But I have
What
to
are people
admit,
talking
creating
about?
that
What are
kind
the
of
pain points?
content seems
What
pretty
excites them?
intimidating.
It's like doing
I
market
understand where you're
research,
coming from, but more
But the good
naturally.
news is
Exactly.
you don't have to
Once
be
you
a
understand
tech
your
wizard
audience,
to
you
get
can make
started.
content that
Instagram
really
is
resonates
constantly
with them.
rolling out
Right.
new features
Content
and
that gets
tools
people talking,
to make it
encourages sharing,
easier for
and
everyone
makes
to
them feel
create
like they belong.
interactive content.
That reminds me,
Okay,
SocialWick
that's
also
reassuring.
talked about the
So
power of just
interactive
asking
content is a big
questions.
one. Oh yeah, asking
What else
questions
is on the horizon
huge.
for Instagram in 2025?
It's a simple but powerful way to
Collaborations
boost
are becoming
engagement
increasingly
and learn more about your
important.
audience.
Remember
It
that
shows that you actually
co-authoring
care what they
feature
have to say
Instagram
and it
launched
gets
a
them
while
involved.
back? Instead of just
Where two
announcing a new
accounts can
product,
basically
you
share
ask what
ownership of a
features people
post
want.
or reel.
Exactly.
Right. It's
Or
genius,
let's say you're a
really. You
fitness
essentially
coach.
double your reach
Instead of just
because the
posting
content
workouts,
appears on
ask your
both accounts'
followers
feeds
what their biggest
and is
fitness
exposed
challenges
to
are,
both sets
or
of
what
followers.
motivates
So it's a
them to stay
win-win.
active.
You get to tap into a
I
new
bet you
audience.
get some amazing
And your collaborator
responses.
gets the same
You'd
benefit.
be surprised.
Exactly.
Okay,
SocialWick highlighted how crucial
collaborations
collaborations will be in the coming years.
SocialWick
Not
also
just for
mentioned
reach,
some
but also for
downsides to
creating
using them
fresh,
too much.
engaging content.
Did that
keeps
worry you
people
at all?
coming back for
It's all
more.
about balance.
That makes a lot of sense. Two creative minds are better
Chatbots
than
can
one.
be great for handling
Especially
those
when it comes
basic
to keeping up
questions
with
and
the
giving
ever-changing
instant
demands
answers.
of the
Right.
algorithm.
And
But if they're
speaking
not
of staying ahead of
programmed
the
well,
curve,
they
there's
can
one more
feel
trend I want to
impersonal
touch on.
or even frustrating.
Purpose-driven content.
Oh, I've
yes.
totally been there,
This is
stuck in a
something I'm really
chatbot loop that's
passionate
not helping
about.
at all.
Me
It makes
too.
you feel like you're talking to a wall.
Consumers are
Exactly.
becoming
So use
increasingly
chatbots
discerning,
strategically
and they want
for
to
things
support
like
brands and
FAQs.
creators
Okay.
who are making a
But
positive impact.
For anything
It's not just about selling a
complicated,
product or
anything
service
that needs a
anymore.
human
It's
touch,
about connecting with people
make sure there's an
on a
easy way
deeper
for
level,
people to
aligning
talk to
with
a
their
real person.
values.
So use
and
tech to
showing that
help,
you
but
care
don't
about
replace
more
that
than
human
just
connection.
the bottom line.
Speaking
Exactly.
of connection,
SocialWick
we should
gave
talk
several
more about
examples
Facebook
of
groups.
brands and
We
creators
touched
who are
on
doing
how
this
good
really
they are for
well.
community
They're
building,
weaving
Yeah.
social responsibility,
But I think there's a lot more to say
sustainability,
there.
and
I
ethical
agree.
practices
Groups
into
can
their
turn those
content
passive
in
followers
authentic and engaging
into
ways.
active,
It's
engaged
inspiring
members
to
of your
see, isn't it?
community.
And honestly,
like
it
that.
makes good
It's
business
where people
sense, too.
can connect
Consumers
with others
are more likely to
who
support
get
brands they
them,
believe
ask
in.
questions,
Absolutely.
offer
So if you're looking
support,
to really
even
stand out in
collaborate.
2025
Like
and
a virtual
beyond,
clubhouse.
think about
for
how
your
you can
brand's
incorporate
biggest
your
fans.
values and your
Exactly.
mission.
And it
into
all
your
starts with
content.
purpose.
So we've got
What's the heart of
interactive
your group?
content, strategic
What conversations do you
collaborations,
want? What value will you give to
and
members?
purpose-driven
Once you have that
storytelling.
vision, you can attract
These
the right
all
people
feel like
and make
really
them feel
powerful
like they belong.
tools for cutting
So it's
through
about
the noise
creating a welcoming
genuinely
space where
connecting
people
with
feel
people.
valued.
But with all this
and it's
talk
about
about
being an active
algorithms and
moderator
strategies,
yourself.
join
I think it's
discussions,
important to
answer
remember one
questions,
crucial thing.
give encouragement,
I think I know where you're going
make sure
with this.
everyone feels heard.
It's still a
It's
social
almost like
platform.
hosting a
You
great
nailed
party.
it.
At its core,
set the
Instagram is
tone,
about connecting
make
with people,
introductions,
sharing
keep the
experiences,
conversations
and
going,
building
and
make sure
community.
everyone feels
And
comfortable.
while
That's a great way to
understanding
put
the
it.
algorithm
And just like
is
a good
important,
party,
we can't
best
let it
Facebook
overshadow
groups
the
are
human
the ones where
element.
people feel
I
like they can
completely
be
agree.
themselves,
It's so easy to get
share
caught
their
up in
thoughts
the
and
numbers
connect.
game.
I love that
But at the end of the day, it's
Okay,
the
so
genuine
we've
connections
talked about
that
building
matter
a strong
most.
community
Well
both
said.
on your main page
So
and in
yes,
groups.
pay attention
But what
to the
about all the
algorithm
other
experiment with
Facebook
these
stuff?
new features and
Yeah.
strategies.
Do things like stories
but never lose
or
sight of the
events
heart and
still
soul of what makes
matter in
Instagram so
2025?
special.
Totally.
The people.
It's easy to get
So to
distracted by new
recap,
trends.
we've talked about how
but
video
all those
content,
Facebook features
both
can
short
work
and
if you
long
use them
form,
right.
Don't
is
forget
still
about
a
the
major
classics.
player.
Right, like
How to
Facebook
leverage
stories are
stories
still
and
great
guides
for
in a fresh
behind-the-scenes
way
content,
the rise of
giving
interactive
people
content,
a peek into your
the
world,
power
and
of
creating a feeling
collaborations, and the increasing
had to be
importance of
It's a more
purpose-driven
casual way to
storytelling.
connect. What about
We also
events?
talked about how
Events are still
understanding the
relevant.
algorithm is important.
They're great
but
for
it's
promoting
equally
anything
important to remember
online
the
or
human
in-person
element of Instagram.
workshops,
And
product
focus on
launches, you
building
name
those
it.
genuine
They generate
connections.
excitement and get
I would
people
love to hear
talking.
from
It's
you.
a marketing
What
tool built right
resonated
in,
with
so
you
don't
the
limit
most from
yourself
our
to
deep
just
dive
one or
today?
two
What's that
strategies.
one
Exactly.
takeaway you're going to
Experiment,
implement in
get
your own
creative,
Instagram
and
strategy?
find what works for your
That's
audience.
such a
Right.
great question
And remember,
for our listener
Facebook
to
is
ponder.
always changing.
Because with
You
all
gotta
this
stay curious,
information, it can
learn
be
and
easy to
adapt.
feel overwhelmed.
It's like we're all on
Exactly.
this
It's like,
crazy
okay, I need to make
social
reels go
media
live,
roller
create
coaster.
guides, partner with someone,
that's part of
Andy,
the
save
fun.
the planet.
True.
It can
It is
feel
fun.
like a lot.
There's always something
It definitely
new to
can
learn,
be a
a new
lot,
approach
but that's
to
why
try, a
it's
new
so
way to
important
connect
to
with our
focus
people.
on what feels
Got it.
authentic to you
I'm
and
feeling
your
inspired,
brand.
but I also
You
have
don't
to
have to
admit
do
this
it
whole
all.
engagement
Start
thing
with
can
one
feel
small
overwhelming.
change,
It's
one
easy
new
to get
strategy,
caught up in
and
the
see how it
pressure
goes. to
I love that.
constantly
Maybe try
create,
experimenting with a new video
chase
format.
those
or
algorithms
incorporating
and
a
measure
poll into your
everything
next
by
story.
likes and
Or maybe you
comments.
reach out
I
to
hear
someone
ya.
you admire for a
It can be
potential
exhausting trying to
collaboration.
keep up.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to step
Exactly.
back
And
sometimes
remember,
and
the
remember
beauty
what
of
really matters.
Instagram is
Or
that it's
sanity.
constantly
Uh-huh.
evolving. There's
Yeah, that
always
too.
something new
But
to
I meant
learn,
more
something
like
new to try.
the
So
quality
be
of the connections
curious,
we're making.
be playful,
Oh.
Are
and
we
don't be
making
afraid to
content that truly
experiment.
adds
So
value
well
to people's
said.
lives?
I think that's a
Huh.
perfect
Are
note
we
to
building
end
a
on.
community where
Thanks for
people
joining
feel
us on this
supported and
deep dive into
inspired?
the world of
Those
the
are the questions
Instagram
we should be
algorithm in
asking, not just how many
2025.
likes we get a
Exactly.
pleasure. Hopefully
At
you've
the end of
gained
the
some
day, the
valuable
best Facebook
insights
strategies
to help
are
you
about
navigate this
relationships, not
ever-changing
just numbers.
landscape and
That's a
boost
great
your
point.
engagement along the
It
way.
reminds us
And
that
remember,
social
stay
media is about
curious,
connecting
stay
with other
creative,
human
and
beings,
most importantly, stay
and that should be
connected.
at the heart of
Until
everything
next
we
time,
do.
Couldn't have
happy
said it better
Instagramming,
myself.
everyone.
So